Okay, just checking the levels. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, fantastic. Hey everybody, this is a stream where we fix ScummVM, a modern engine for playing old games, usually of, I guess, the adventure variety or kind of narrative-based games. But yeah, more specifically, it's a stream about adding support for Macromedia Director. It was a very popular multimedia framework from the mid-90s with thousands of apps that most of them, well, it's hard to get a lot of them to run, especially the ones that kind of run under Windows 3.1 or Mac. So yeah, a large part of the effort that we're doing here is just making these games kind of available once again. So just to pick up where we left off, last stream we went through Eastern Mind, The Lost Souls of Tong No, a very psychedelic and strange example of a kind of Myst-like game, except I guess set through an environment based heavily on, I guess, Japanese spiritualism, and you know, you inherit multiple different lives throughout the entire thing, which I found was like a cool kind of conceit. Anyway, we played that through to completion last time, and yeah, it was a wild ride, definitely. Amazingly, there was only one game-breaking bug, which is to say, there were definitely a lot of glitches, a lot of visual glitches, but in terms of actual issues that would end a playthrough, there was only one, and that's this one here. Basically, one of the characters, you have to go around collecting musical instruments, and one of these particular instruments just doesn't appear when you need to kind of click it to... Well, I mean, you get one instrument and then you play it, and then that's meant to make the other one show up, but yeah, that doesn't happen, which means that you basically can't go any further. So we'll probably try and look to this one tonight, because that's kind of a big deal. All the rest of the bugs that we kind of found last stream, I've gone through and made cards for them all. So basically just little kind of notes containing how to reproduce the bug, a copy of the save game, etc. So pretty much once we kind of work our way through this list, we'll have, I guess, a release-ready version of Eastern Mind that we can then flag in ScummVM as release-ready. Okay, but before we get into any of that, I had a conversation the other week with one of the other ScummVM devs, Deborah, and she mentioned that there was an issue with one of the fixes that I put in. I was messing around with the audio, and yeah, short version is the ScummVM, Director has some kind of very specific behavior that is involved when you're moving from one frame to the next and there's a sound playing. Because usually what happens is that the sounds are all kind of predefined in the score, and if there's a blank spot, that's basically a cue to say, all right, stop playing the sound, whatever you're doing, unless you are moving to a brand new movie file, in which case you do some of the effects of that, but you don't stop playing the sound. And this is apparently obvious in a game, well, not a game, it's kind of a experience called MediaBand. This is another one of the kind of titles that we're using to prototype a lot of the features in ScummVM, because it is one of the titles that pretty much uses every single director feature related to multimedia. So I'm gonna quickly fire it up now. Let's see. Yeah, I should have that. Okay. Yes, start from the beginning. And this is a lot. I'm not going to spoil anything, but this particular title is a lot. So I'm just going to move this in here, continue on with that, and switch to... Alrighty, here we go. It might not work. Oh, that's a shame. Okay, we're going to start anyway. So here we are in, well...
Hi, I'm Mark Camper. Welcome to MediaBand. The more you click, the weirder it gets.
So yeah, welcome to,
Click the mouse button to start MediaBand.
Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt. Yes, welcome to Hatsume Miku presents Meet MediaBand. So we'll just click. Oh, okay. So that's an area that I'm probably still going to check. That looks like that should have been some kind of transition that didn't really happen. Yeah. So what we're on the lookout for is apparently there's like a jam session somewhere in here. Okay. That guitar solo there. You see how it kind of crossed 2 frame boundaries? That crosses a movie. And so one of the changes I made was specifically to make that guitar solo play. However, apparently I've not done it in the right way. So let's go in. So here we are in, I guess, Vaporwave Purgatory. Much like the real Purgatory, you get a choice between purple, blue, green, yellow, orange, and red zones. I'm just gonna pick whatever. Yeah, let's pick green. Okay, so this is... I'm pretty sure this is an interactive music video, so we don't really want that. We want the jam session. Yeah, this is a bug. This should transition to a different image, but it does not. Okay. And apparently these are all members of the MediaBand, so...
Well, that's Moore's Law. Every 18 months it gets twice as fast and half as cheap, as opposed to my boyfriend.
One more time. Sorry, I'm not laughing at the joke, I'm laughing at the very audible director calling one more time in the background that they did not crop out of that take, which is just amazing.
We were gonna get married on the net, but then I decided to physically meet him first.
Yeah, okay. So I guess this is the comedy section of the CD, so we'll just scoot on past that. This is just where we were. There should be other sections. How come it's just taking me back and forth? Okay. Now this scene I'm going to be careful with because I was messing around with it before, and apparently if you move your mouse enough, that causes a crash. Something to do with mats being reallocated, so I'm going to just keep going. Why does it keep taking me back here? Interesting. Okay, that should take me somewhere. But it is throwing an error, I think. Loading movie. Sorry, I'm just looking at the logs off screen here. Oh, okay. Movie tech room does not exist. Is that because there's... Oh, okay. Hang on, I'll switch to... Let me switch to desktop mode again. Yeah, I think this may actually be a bug that MST was talking about. Hang on. So yeah, there was a bug that was being discussed where if there is a movie with the same name as a folder, then it doesn't work. There is a movie with the same name as the folder. Okay. Yeah, that's a problem. Okay. Give me 2 secs. I'm going to quickly go to ScummVM and see if I can cherry pick that commit, because we kind of need that. We need the ability to move around MediaBand. Give me the commit ID. All right, fantastic. So I think I should just be able to, actually, oh, okay, we don't have that yet. Fetch origin. Oh, I still don't have it. Okay. Oh, right, because it would be in Misty's branch. It wouldn't be here. Not duff. Diff. Oh wait, no, that is a range. I think this works. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so we'll just... Sorry, we're going to have to kind of go through the that kind of multimedia hazing ritual again to get into the actual... the navigable space. Oh, it is a very kind of liminal space. This multimedia hell world. Is that aspect ratio right? Hang on. Sorry, this is a little unprofessional, but I am kind of fit to screen. Oh, okay. Apparently it's fine. I take that back. Yep. Oh, good. You can just click many, many times and get straight to the meat. Alright, so it was this red spice. Okay. Dare I ask, is this blowing all the jam session? Okay. Ooh, rendering errors. Very similar to the ones in Eastern Mind. Okay.
First there was media, clay and sticks, ink on paper, brain waves to radio waves to microwaves. Now there's multimedia, the blending of several forms of communication to more fully stimulate the sensory glands of the viewer, to more fully say what needs to be said. Moving pictures combined with text and graphics and animation and interactivity. Less like media and more like real life.
When I think of traditional media, I think clay tablets and sticks. Alright, how do we leave? Okay. Is it in here? Is it in this ghost shop? Oh, yeah, okay. We've got lots of rendering problems here. I think. It's very hard to tell. Oh my word, it's so hard to tell what is actually intentional and what is not. Oh, hey, Sev. Yes. There are various things which are broken. For now, I'm just gonna settle for, like, looking for the, what's it called? The jam session, which is apparently the thing that Deborah said broke. What? Oh, no, we're back here. We don't want to be back here. We want to be back at the library. Okay. Alright, third time's lucky. I know not to turn left and right now, because you can't actually turn left and right. But you do have to see this, unfortunately. Okay. Go into the library. I guess go forward, because that's the only direction you can. Okay. Ooh, alright.
A blend of entrepreneur and electronic visionary, Mark Cantor had the
No,
foresight to create
don't want to hear about him.
multimedia, long before anyone had thought to coin
This looks just like a whole bunch of videos. Not exactly what we're after. See, I probably could just cheat and like look through the list of file names and then use grep to find out how to get there from, I don't know, wherever it is we are. Or we could just run the file and then work backwards. Yeah, okay. Interesting, okay, that video plays sound. That video is also like 2 seconds long. Anyway. Is it here? Yes, Sev, I'm looking for where the jam is, because I have no freaking clue. Okay. So it doesn't appear to be here. You know what? I'm gonna just cheat. I'm gonna just have a quick cheeky look in the files for where the jam is. House jam, okay. So... Oh, okay. Okay. So I can see in the files where the jam is. I just have no possible idea of how you're meant to get there naturally. So, in the interest of brevity, I'm gonna just cheat and open up ScummVM to load the file directly. And from there we might actually get a clue as to where we're meant to be going. Let's switch back to desktop mode. So the actual start movie tech room. Oh, videos. Okay. Oh, so maybe it was on like the big video screen, and we'd have only found it by like trying every single video. But okay, videos, house jam, HJ menu. Oh, hey, Baron Von Kitty. Good to see you. Let's start. Oh, yep. Okay.
Hey, I'm Chris. From my perch on the soft shoulder off the information superhighway, the world has been shrunk from global village to cultural strip mall, so that you can't tell one ethnic influence from another. House jams wait for you to play pan-tribal mixmaster. Start by clicking on one of the 4 pseudocontinents, and then grab on anything that moves. Every item you see on the screen is a trigger for a sample or animation. The more you click, the weirder it gets. To return to the pseudocontinents view, click in the lower right-hand corner. And to skip this intro, hold down the Option key and click, man. See ya.
Technology.
Okay. These are apparently pseudo-continents.
Fuzzy technology.
Okay. I can only assume that this blob down here is meant to be the pseudo-continent of Australindonesia. I don't know. You know what? I'm not even going to give this any credit. I'm just going to click. Because, yeah. So now we kind of enter like one of the more difficult parts of fixing a game engine like this. Namely, it's really difficult to tell what's bad, you know, what's broken and what isn't in terms of behavior. So... okay. Alright. So when you click faces, they go to another one, alright. What? Okay. Okay, stop. Alright. New goal, let's try and leave. Let's try and find a way out of this mess. Because I've just realized we're going to need to test this under Windows 3.1, which means we need to know how to get there without using the cheat. So...
House jam.
oh wait, okay, no, this is... oh, so the things in the corners are the pseudo-continents. What does the middle do? the stuff. Someone went to a lot of effort to this, so I can at least... I can respect that, even though it means that I have a... Yeah, okay. I just want to leave. How do I leave? Okay.
Okay. Interactive.
Maybe I can't leave. Maybe this is just where I live now. Maybe this is hell.
Technology.
Alright, I'm gonna call... Yeah, I'm calling that a failure. I have no clue at all how to even leave the multimedia bit. Alright. Let's cheat. Let's again... So it should say here in the logs every time we move to a different video. So, set next movie. Oh, okay. Unfortunately, these movies use up so many cast members, it just blows the logs out like crazy. This is a shame. This kind of like torpedoes my plan of having like a nice, easy to replicate example that would be, I don't know. Yeah, because you really need, in order to fix something, you kind of need a guaranteed dead cert, easy to reproduce case, and yeah, that ain't it. That is not it. I'll give it one more chance. I'll go into Windows, see if because there's so much glitchy behavior. Like that previous bug, for instance, meant we couldn't get to a whole bunch of places. So maybe in Windows it's more obvious how to get to that part of MediaBand. Grasping at straws here, really grasping at straws. I just got to make sure that we've got, yeah, I'm gonna have to add MediaBand to here. Because, yeah, we need to have like a proper CD-ROM mounted because MediaBand uses Redbook audio and it gets stroppy if you don't have a CD mounted. What is it? Oh, yeah. Alrighty. Alright. Do I need to... No, I don't need to change the audio. Oh, I do need to change the screen though, because that isn't working as expected. There we go. Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah, I muted it before. Okay, cover your ears. Okay. Okay. I'll just double check that there's nothing in here that I'm missing. Okay, this room... This room seems clean. Is it this room, maybe? Doesn't look like it. Oh wait, no. Ugh. So it doesn't look like it's there. This is the store. Like, I'm pretty sure we went in here and... Yeah, this is just... all this weird MediaBand merch that may have existed at one point, but who can say? It must be in here. It must be in the creepy library. I don't see how else... because we're out of rooms. It took us out. I want to go in. Oh. Is it this face? No. Okay. No, shh, don't. No. Oh my god, there we go. Television screen?
Plain and simple, we are all info junkies. We eat, sleep, and breathe media. And the technology, which used to simply be science fiction, is now science fact. How do you make your voice heard over the roar of the airwaves? You become a media artist. And how do you reach your peers with your message? You form a band, a media band.
How does one respond to something like that? I mean, in some ways it was prescient, but... yeah, I guess. No one really back then kind of picked up what social media was going to kind of morph into. The kind of impossible multi-headed hydra of surveillance and, I guess, people shitposting. Alright, so each of these four just seems to go to a different rack of videos. Turning left and right doesn't... just seems to make us leave. Maybe it isn't here, maybe it is in the theater. Oh, okay. There it is. So I guess last time I visited I must have just gone in here, but the actual... what do you call it? Pseudo-continents? The video jam thing is to the right. Okay.
Yeah?
Pretty sure you're meant to be talking, but all the same, that's fine. I'm happy that you're not talking.
Technology. Technology.
Okay.
Cultural strip.
Technology.
Okay, I'm just clicking around blindly now. I'm just gonna take the sound on this. I'm gonna play the same scene in ScummVM like one more time, just to see if I can audibly tell if there's anything different going on. If the answer's no, I think I might I think I might look for a better edge case than the one that's in MediaBand, because MediaBand is very messy as far as the target goes. All right. Yeah, I've already got that queued up. Let's go back to here. Of course, I want to start.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm Chris. From my perch on the soft shoulder off the information super high.
Oh, yeah. All right, that's pretty discordant. I'd say that's... So what you probably could hear there was that there was one loop that had started in the previous movie, but then it had carried on to the next one when it shouldn't have. So I think that, yeah, okay. That gives us something to go on at least, because the issue was that we were being too permissive with what sounds kind of persisted when you started a new movie. So I think that, yeah, okay, that's a start. Let's work on that basis. All right. Okay, so here are Deborah's notes about the issue. Okay. The only loop if the sound is present in the sound channel continuously. I'll admit this first bit kind of throws me a little bit because my understanding basically like in Director you have, I don't know, that's actually, you know what? I'll open up Director in Windows 3.1. That'll give us a better idea. So get out of here. Go to Director. Yeah. So in Director, when you're kind of like putting together movies, you use this. This is the score editor. And I'll open up that CompuServe one just because it's got a lot of sounds and everything in it. I don't know if the CompuServe. No, that's just me fixing stuff. CompuServe. So you can basically see kind of one cell on the run sheet is, you know, there's one cell per frame, and the playback head goes forward. It can get kicked back and around and everything. But yeah, it's basically 1 cell per frame. That includes sound. So we've got these 2 sound channels up here. Director has scripting support for at least 4, but in the score you only really get 2. And you'll notice that a little difficult to see, but you can see down here that there is oh shoot, that's right. I need to re-up the volume on DOSBox, which I got rid of. There we go. You can see that in the sound channel there's the same thing over and over and over and over again for each frame. And that's intentional because the way that sound looping in Director works, you have to physically repeat the same sample. Like even if you've got a what's known as a cast member like flagged as a looping sample, it needs to be repeated again and again and again. So I thought I'd be able to hear it. Is audio working?
Hello.
Yeah, it is. Okay. There we go. Okay, so those are score sounds. The thing that's kind of broken at the moment is puppet sounds, which is basically calling sounds from a script. And the way that happens is that you specify that you want to turn, I guess, like puppet sound mode on for a sound channel. And then my understanding was that would basically just disconnect this stuff entirely. Like it would just not take into account any anything on this run sheet. And that's kind of important because you see how it has basically these empty sound gaps basically when you're in score mode mean go back to playing no sound, and that's kind of important if you're looping sounds to honor that properly. But the change that I made, let's bring up the change that I made. Changes I made. Okay, so this is the original one that I did to fix Eastern Mind. Yeah. This is kind of reverting a change which was done to do the workaround, namely before loops were kind of done manually, which would just, so when a sound had to loop, it would just play, you know, the sample over and over again, but then you'd be able to hear a gap because it was being buffered and everything. So that's what that change was. This change was the one that was the problem. So yeah, before it was non-puppet looping sound, and then to fix the issue of going from one movie to another with the sound intact, I basically just set stop on 0 false. So according to these notes, I should have done this in a director sound changing movie. So let's have a look in there and see what we can fix. Okay, right. All right, so it goes through all the channels, flips this flag, it disables the puppet sound, which I'm not sure is something that we wanted to, because this, I believe, is the equivalent of zeroing out the sound channel, so we don't want to do that anymore. What do them notes say? To mark puppets with stop on 0 false before clearing the puppet. Okay. Is channel active? Oh, okay, right. Oh, right. So Deb was kind enough to put those, they're like the proposed fix. So let's just start from there, shall we? Let's basically throw that in there. Bump that up there. Delete all this. Okay, and that will do all that. Then I guess I should revert, or partly revert my change that I made here. So that'll be... So originally it was if it's not a puppet sound and it was looping, then stop on 0. Okay, yeah. So and that should work because we've now covered that other edge case with the other piece of code. In theory, allegedly. So build that again. Alright, so for ways of testing this, do I have? No, I do not. Alright, I'm going to run MediaBand again, just because I believe... Oh, I mean, we don't have to go very far into MediaBand. We can just test that guitar riff at the start, and that should work. MediaBand. Sound director. Yeah, I'm not going to zoom in because life's too short. Start anyway. So I'm going to let this play out. I'm not going to skip anything because that might disrupt the thing that we're looking for. Okay, so we're in here, and it's a transition from here to the next frame, which should have the guitar riff. Alright, fantastic. Okay, the guitar riff is good. Alright, let's tempt fate and go back to the video again. So I'm hoping if we like click around, we shouldn't hear that discordant like double up of the riffs.
Hey, I'm Chris. From my perch on the soft shoulder off the information superhighway, the world has been shrunk from global village to cultural.
Ooh. Okay. So it's still happening, but I think we've got like a reproducible case now. What we've got to do is we've got to go to the we've got to go into the video zone. We've got to click on what's his face to make him stop talking. Then we gotta click on the lower left to get into, I guess, don't know, the Africa bit. I guess we'll figure this out. All right, so back here, back into Real Director. Okay, yep. So that overlay at the start was good.
Yeah.
Now I get into here.
Hey, I'm Chris. From my perch on the
Technology.
So we shut you up. Click again. Which takes us here. Ah. Yep. So the previous loop should be cut, and it's not being cut. That's a problem. Okay, well. Alright. How do we... So... Back to desktop mode. So I'm just going to scroll back up through the logs to see if we can see the transition to a different movie. Oh, did I end it on the right one? Yes, I did end it on the right one. Puppet sound is playing on channel 3. Stopping channel 1. Oh, okay, yeah, we've got North America. I see how it is. Right. So it's playing a puppet sound on channel 3. It's then playing... Yep, it's playing this, which I'm assuming is the loop. It's then trying to zero out channel 2, which is fine. It can do that. Still playing stuff on channel 3. Playing what on channel 3 though? Like it should be... Like it could be playing... Like is this... I think this statement might need some more logging, because if it's playing a different puppet, that's fine. It should just cut out whatever it's doing and keep going. And it looks like we've got like the score that... Yeah. So the score tries to play something on channel 2. So I'm guessing this is the drums. The drums are in channel 2. And channel 3 is the puppet from the previous film, which should have been stopped. Okay, well if that... I mean, that's good news. Okay, so for one, we don't have to go like all the way through the multimedia maze anymore. We now know that if we just go to North America and then go to South America, we should be able to trigger the problem. So that's good. That's good for my sanity. So we'll just have one more go. Start anyway. Interesting, okay. So it started one beat just before we did the transition to the next frame. Then it started playing the kind of bongo beat. So this is North America that's starting. Actually, yeah, we can also confirm that if we just try running the South America one, it should just be the bongo. It shouldn't be the, I think the secondary one is being triggered by the North American film. Oh, come on. Yeah, all right. That makes sense. So it's, yeah, so it's playing something on channel 3. It's playing a puppet on channel 3. Then it immediately stops channel 3. So that should be a no-op. And then the actual bongo beat is being played on channel 2. So this looks fine. This is just done in the score. So that the bongo beat is working perfectly. It's whatever the North American movie is doing is not working. So we'll go back and have a look at that. Oh, and I should update the goals. Right. I'm also going to remove the scroll back because otherwise it'll be too hard to find anything. Okay, so we're going to start up. This does its little thing. Then we click here. And it definitely fires off a sound effect, or it fires off a sample. Then it does the movie transition, and then that sample does not get cleaned up. Yeah, right, okay. I see what's going on. So this is when we click, right? So we click, it plays the puppet sound on channel 3. Or it plays this thing on channel 3. Then we get kicked over to the next movie. I think the reason why I did this is because back in the day before we had super fast computers and everything. This is just meant to be kind of like the little kind of segue music while it is buffering frantically the other multimedia abomination into memory. So this is just meant to be played as like the segue between the two frames. Like it's meant to be stopped after that. And yeah, okay, so it's in channel 3, it's looping, it's got stop on 0 enabled. I'm not sure if that's us. That's for Puppet is 1. Yep, then we go through all the loading junk. This statement here suggests that something is not right. Because usually, because my guess is what's happening here is that the script is then sending a command to play Puppet sound to say, shut up, stop playing anything, and we are not acknowledging that properly. So I think we need more logging. Yeah, okay, so we've got playing on channel thing. Oh, okay. I see, okay. So what we're gonna need is some breakpoints, I think. This function here is critical to the whole enterprise, but we gotta figure out how, so. We are gonna... start again. Alright, starting it up. And it should immediately, yep, okay, so it breaks immediately for that. Oh wait, this one we don't need. It's just this guy, alright. I made a mistake. Alright, so this is actually called a lot of times. Yeah, we want 481. Which would be just after this bit here, which knocks it out if it isn't setting something that isn't new. Okay. So clicking that will, yep. Oops. All right. So this is the play puppet sound that happens just before you move, and that gets called from Lingo. Okay. Yeah. So it's good. It's called from the script as expected, and we go transition, and then it's called from the script again. Okay. But what does it get called with? Does it get... tell me a story about this. Okay. That's last played sound. Oh, okay, right. So this should set it to 0. This should stop it, but we have stop on 0 set to false. Which I see, okay. This is kind of, yeah, alright. So what we want is something slightly more nuanced. We do want to keep track of, like, I think we want to keep track of whether or not a channel is a puppet or not over going from one frame to the next. And then the stuff on 0. Because really, stop on 0 only should... It feels like stop on 0 should only really kind of come into it if it's not a puppet sound. Hold that thought. I am going to frigging... Pardon me, I am just looking through chat scroll back to see if there were any things that I missed in that conversation I had. Oh, these messages are ancient. That's why I can't find it. Okay. It looks like clearing the puppet but not stopping its sound on 0 is the correct behavior. Right. Which makes sense, because then if we... Yeah, because that's how it's getting to here. So it's getting to here. We then hit play sound. But because we have stop on 0. Oh, because we have stop on 0 because we have stop on 0 equals false, then this play sound thing does nothing, when really we want it to do something. Okay. I think we might even need maybe we need like a logic table for this. Okay, so so we'll go let's diagram this, shall we? Okay. Non-puppet plus looping sound effect. Okay. We know from Eastern Mind what's meant to happen there is that oh yeah, the heading should be when switching movies. So, non-puppet and looping, it should keep playing the sound actually, like non-puppet looping and non-puppet not looping, I think are the same thing. It should keep playing the sound and don't stop if there's a 0 channel. There's... So I think that makes sense. I mean, there's some nuanced behavior that apparently comes into play where sounds can stop early, but I think that's all okay. Puppet but looping. So Puppet plus non-looping should keep playing the sound. Don't stop if there's a 0 channel. Disable puppet mode. But I mean, if that's the case, then how is it not, surely it should be working, like with the way that we had it originally. Because puppet mode is being disabled. I mean, it's gotta be, right? Because otherwise we wouldn't be getting this breakpoint. And stop. Right, okay. Hang on. Oh my word. All right. Okay. Okay. So there is now a massive fly in the ointment here because we are not dealing with ordinary. We are not dealing with ordinary lingo. We are now dealing with a DLL. Pretty much anything here in this xlibs directory is like custom C code that you could make a director module for. So, and this is apparently one that came with MediaBand for doing things, which I have not looked at yet. So that's probably a good place that we should start looking. Because it could be that there is some messed up stuff happening in here. Okay, yep. Right, so the code that was breaking it was stop. Where is stop? Oh, stop's here, okay. I am slightly confused why you'd need a C extension. Oh, I guess I can kind of understand. Kind of. Seems like a very weird thing to need a C extension for. Yeah, alright, so it's... So it sets the puppet sound to 0, and then it plays the puppet sound. Okay. Oh, right. Okay. Yep. I see how it is. Yep. That's a new puppet. Okay. Yep, alright. This is important. I have a feeling this is important because this flag here, the new puppet flag, that is our confirmation that we're asking for something new. We're not asking for something that has previously existed. Like, I'm pretty sure that if we go down into the command which switches movies, changing movie. Oh, right, okay, yep. That disables the puppet sound for everything. Oh, right, okay. It sets it, but it sets it and it sets the new flag, but it doesn't do anything. I guess where I'm confused is that so this puppet sound call here, or play puppet sound, should stop everything, but it's not. So maybe we should just step through that. Yep, so that's... Okay, so playing cast member, yep. Oh. Back to that should stop on 0 again. Okay. Because that has persisted. It shouldn't have though, because when we did when we played the brand new one, it should have reset the stop on 0 status. Because like if we go in here, this should be stop on 0 again. Okay, I see now. So I think play puppet sound. I get the feeling that maybe in here we should make it stop on 0. Oh wait, no, we can't because we already rely on... Yeah, okay, so we disable puppet sound without... You know what? Actually, I take that back. Let's do that. Override that, and then insert puppet. We can now get rid of stop on 0 equals true. I did revert that change, didn't I? Yeah, I did. So I should change this back to... Right. Oh, I see. So there's kind of a chicken and egg problem. So play cast member. What do you call it? We don't even get to play cast member in the actual game. We get stuck on. Oh no, we do. We should stop on 0, which is at 135, which is here. Okay, right. But because that stop on 0 channel is set to false because okay. I see. Long shot, but I think that might fix it. I better clean up the mess I made. That was in line 386. Yeah, it's all tabs. Still a problem there. Okay. All right. So setting the puppet sound, put stop on 0 to true because that is might be dangerous putting it in there, but let's just run with it. Let's see if that's okay. We've reverted our change to make it so that if it's only a non-puppet looping sound that we have this kind of override here, and then we now always try and set the puppet sound, or we try and zero out the puppet sound if we're changing movie. So with luck, that should fix everything. It should be, yes. Okay, so first things first, let's see if this fixes the problem that we isolated here. Because if it doesn't do that, then we've already gone backwards. Well, not gone backwards, we've just not really achieved very much. Yep. Fantastic. All right. So we've fixed that. That's good. That's now cutting off when it should. We'll have a quick squiz at the intro to MediaBand, which has the guitar riff. See that that's all legit. So we'll start that up. Any second now. Okay. That sounded pretty good. All right. Very good news. Yep. that all seems to be kind of sliding around as necessary. Oh yeah, okay. Anyway, MediaBand looks fine. Let's check out Eastern Mind while we're here. Because that had, I don't know, I've played it through enough times now that I have a rough feel for how things are meant to sound, at least on the... Oh, well, I mean, to be fair, I was playing with the ScummVM, so I'll be able to... It's more like I have a feel of how, if there've been any regressions, rather than if it's correct, but... ScummVM... Director, Eastern Mind... No, not Eastern Mind. Debug, flags, sound... Debug level 5. Warning, the game you're about to start is not yet fully supported by ScummVM. Yeah, whatever. Okay, that's a bug I need to fix. Okay. Seem to have broken. I'll just load a cheeky save. Furoshiki seems fine. Good. Yeah, seems all fine. You know what? Let's say that that's fixed. Like maybe another edge case will pop up later, but for now, I think that's worthy of putting to celluloid. ScummVM. Director. Fix. Sound. How would you describe this? Stop. What do you call it? Fix lifetime puppet sounds over movie loads. Previously, puppet sounds that are at play should persist over a movie load, but not but as soon as with the following caveats. The new movie should remove puppets, should revert to being score non-puppet. Zero. A new puppet is I think that's right. Is that what I did? Yes, stuff on 0. Stuff on 0 should be enabled again. Okay, stick a fork in that. That one's done. This is Misty's change, so we should just keep that separate. Okay, so we've done that. Now, the other thing that I was hoping that we would get to today was the game-breaking bug in Eastern Mind, getting the fire drums as Shah. So, let us fixed. Figure out we can't pick up the fire drums as Shah. Okay. Okay. What was the name of the save game that I gave it? It was EM11. Okay. So that was the save game I was testing on Windows. I will now copy it to ScummVM. Drums. Okay, and I gotta restart this. Starting the game, starting the game. Yes, we're gonna start in the game, starting the game. Alright. So here's the bug. I'm gonna move forward. You hear some cool drums, you think, hey, I want to pick up the cool drums. So I'm gonna go to my inventory and play the Bell of Gold. The game tells you this is not the place to play instruments. It very clearly is the place to play instruments. If you can't play the Bell of Gold, then you can't pick up the fire drums, which means you can't survive. You can't finish Shah's purpose in life, which means you can't finish the game. All right. Now, my recollection is that the code for all the stuff... This feels like a problem with the inventory. So, like, all the stuff to do with the inventory is actually... I don't know, the cool thing is I think the developers actually forgot to protect that file. I didn't even have to kind of go at it with my hacking tools. I could literally just open it up in Director. So let us try that. If I've got it here. Which is nice because then it includes the scripts with original comments, which is useful to have in a case like this. There, of course. There we go. All right. So I'm just looking through the cast window here. With Director, future directors are more complicated, but in Director 4 and below, you can basically have what's known as a shared cast, which is to say, you know, cast members, so bitmaps, sounds, videos, scripts, etc., that can be used in any part of... You can basically call them from any other movie if you have the same shared.dir file in there. Eastern Mind uses this to do all of their inventory and like the inventory screen, like clicking stuff there, that's all handled by this. So, and you can see here that there's like cast members for bits of text too. Like all the text in Eastern Mind is done in bitmaps because I'm guessing font compatibility between versions of Director is sketchy, very sketchy. What are we looking for? We're looking for maybe, I'm going to say handlers for goods. So I don't know offhand where the music-y... I'm pretty sure there's going to be like a function for playing the musical instruments. And it might even be in here, if I'm lucky. I'm not lucky, it's not in here. Okay. Get goods. This, I think, is the source of another bug. To do with... When we were playing through last time, basically, you pick up things in Eastern Mind by double-clicking on them, and you double-click on the same thing enough times... Well, you know, if you double-click on an item multiple times, it makes as if you've picked it up multiple times, which, as far as the script is concerned, is fine. Like, it just, you know, flips the same flag over and over again. But then you get the, you know, the game blocks and you hear the inventory chime, and it's kind of irritating. What I want to know is where... Scroll direction, count stroke. Okay, that doesn't really tell me anything about... it's not really a search across the entire thing feature, which is useful. Okay, this is movement handlers, so you can see here that there are little handlers for like going to the market or going to the mountain. Like all throughout the game, there are like these shortcuts that let you go to all the different zones. So that's what this bit here is for. What's handlers for reincarnation? That's when you die and you need to go back to the Tree of Life. Oh, this looks useful. Okay, tongue no items, yes. That's what we want to do. We want to go to, not wrench, not music. We want music. Oh, on make music, okay. Put, you know, sound, okay, so it tries to play the little sound effect. I think that just... Oh, wait, no. I'm reading the wrong one. Okay. Check instrument. Oh, I see, okay. So check instrument is not working, clearly. It should be working, but it is not. Which is why it's falling through to this branch here, which I think basically shows the text saying, there's no, you know, this is not the place to be playing instruments. So tell me more about check instrument. Let's use goods. Is there a find? There is not a find. Make music. Ah, okay. Whoa, alright. We got ourselves some logic here. If item 36 of G goods and item 37 of G goods and item 37 of G it's not 0, it's not 0, it's not 0. I just want to double check. This is use instrument. I'm just looking for the scoldy text that tells you shouldn't play your instrument. I think it would be here it is. This is not the place to play instruments. Well, so check instrument has to return true. Which means I'm 36. Oh, gee. This statement concerns me. Like, I don't know much about G goods. I think that's the... Okay. Alright, change of plan. Let's have a do-over, but this time do lingo exec. So this will tell us the lingo code that is being executed as we go, which should give us an indication of what is going on. I'll pick a high debug level. I think that includes all the variables too, which is what would be stopping this particular piece of code from working. So we're gonna run. See you, Baron Buckety. Okay, what are we doing? We are... Oh, yeah. Okay. Preemptively reset and clear. Might have to put a breakpoint in, because this doesn't seem like it's going to work. Okay. Yeah, because there's this idle stuff that's happening in the background. Yeah, okay. So we can't do it the cheap way. We're going to have to do it the expensive way. Or do we? No, 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 no. We do not. We can cheat again. Because we know that play puppet sound is going to be invoked by that. Oh, yeah, sorry, 482. Alrighty, so this is... Alright, so we've stopped the code like just before it's about to play the little chime. So the function... Okay, yep, so this is put message. We want to go back up to use instrument. Set channel, put message, portrait. Oh god, there's like a whole bunch of stuff it does. Oh, right, because that's all like printing a little text message and everything. Okay, so it's calling check instruments. It's pushing G-goods to the stack. G-goods is, I want to say it's like a big list. This is actually used in the save game files to track state, so it kind of, yeah, if that makes sense. So like basically every one of these is like a little binary flag that suggests like an item that you picked up or like a state in the game that has been flipped. So we're just currently looking for actually no, we should just look at the actual source code rather than the disassembled one. Okay, so it's checking to see if item 36 is 36, 37, 38, and 39. And I'm pretty sure it's not zero index. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Riveting this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That was 36. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. If item 36 is 0 and item 37, so 39 doesn't seem to be 0. But what I don't get is that if these are meant to be like binary bits depicting which instruments I've picked up, that should be working. I mean, that should... I mean, okay, so we can see here that it fetches item 36 off the thing. It then fetches item 38. I see, because yeah, it's doing an AND. Then it does an AND with a 0, and then it pushes a 0 because it's false. How does that even work though? Oh. Okay, okay. Maybe something else touches that. Maybe it's the... Maybe it's the room script that does that. I don't get that though, because all it's checking is it's checking G goods, which I think is meant to be the array of stuff. Whereas if we so like here's my yeah, okay, so that's the files are in Mac format, which means the line breaks don't work out of the box, but I don't want to change them because that'll make them not work. I'll just copy them into temp, and then we can have a look. And we can have a look here. It'll be Mac to Unix. Okay. So here's the G-Goods map for a brand new game. So you can see we've only got one item, which is the amulet. And we also start in the C, get in the C. Drums. This is a game from much further on when I have a heap more stuff. And we don't have... Yeah, so we don't have the... So we don't have the drums. What I don't get, though, is why... Because, like, my reading of this is that check instrument is cool. Okay. Because, yeah, you use... Okay, on use instrument. So if... Oh! Okay, right, okay. I see. So... This I understand. I understand this now. Because get instrument... Is get instrument in another... Oh, probably is. It's probably in another script. This is such a weird way of doing it. Like, I think the way that... Like, what's meant to happen, right? Is you play the... You go to the special spot, you play one of the instruments you already have, then the instrument that you don't have shows up. The instrument that you don't have shows up. What I think might be happening, though, because I know that the previous scenes, you don't actually have to play. I know that, like, to get the water flute, for instance, you do not have. Yeah, you don't have to actually play the instrument. You can just click things, which would mean that it would just be a script in the room, which means it wouldn't be using any of this. However, with the fire drums, you have to use this. Now, what I'm thinking is that maybe there's something that's meant to intercept the scripting, like that's meant to intercept using that particular item before we even get here, and we're just not hitting that. Because it could be just some kind of method overloading stuff that potentially exists in Director that we're not doing properly. Yes, that would be my guess. Yeah, right, okay. So potentially what could be going on, right? So hear me out on this. We're clicking on the bells. It does we call use goods, which is our normal kind of using crap from the inventory script. That is meant to call use bells. Oh wait. It's not called chime, is it? Like, there's not a... Why is it called chime? Cane. Okay. The bell of gold is the cane. Oh, sorry, the kane. I don't know. Apologies for the pronunciation. I have no clue what I'm doing. Right, okay. So kane, koto, yue, taiko, which would be the drum. And integer gname is 4, which basically means am I sure? Then you can use the instrument. My guess as to what is going on is that there is a use instrument script in the movie that we should be using instead of the one in the shared cast. And that's not happening. Possibly because the shared cast one is taking precedence. Anyway, there's one way to find out, and that is by... Actually, let's just grep for it. Eastern. Did I write down the F tower 2? Okay. And it was what was the name of it again? It was use instrument. How about that? It shows up in a whole bunch of places. Does it show up in F Tower 2? It does. Oh, hang on. I'll just make that wide enough to see. All right. Maybe maybe we should just disassemble F Tower 2 in isolation and see if that is the source of our problems. So we're going to be using project arrays, which is super useful for that. We're going to dump those scripts. And we're going to do F Tower 2. Good lord, there's a lot of scripts. Oh, and they're all going to be in Mac format, which is... Actually, will they all be in Mac format? Yes, yes they will. Okay, now... Let's use instrument SP. That seems important. Okay. Make sounds. Ah, right. Okay, so we have here, you can see here that this is, it basically checks to see if we've got instrument number 39, or sorry, we've got item 39, which is the drum. And if we don't, and we are SHA, then it makes sure that the drum is here. Which should mean that steel goods. Ugh, don't want that. Puppet transition. Yeah, okay, so if we do that, then it set instrument, is that the one which actually gives us the taiko? Absolutely is. All right. Yeah, okay. So I don't know much about this puppet transition, but this looks like... This looks like the thing. Oh, right. I get it. This makes the drum appear. So everything after this is trivial. Like, you know, double clicking the drum, fine, whatever. But set instrument is not getting called, which means use instrument SP is not getting called, because that's the only place. Okay. Okay, and that is being called in script number 200. Okay, yep. On mouse up. Oh, no. Okay. Okay. All right. Sorry for all of the kind of tut-tuttings and okay, all right. It's more just kind of like the puzzle pieces are slowly kind of meshing together, and it's difficult not to sort of have a kind of cavalcade of realization of what's going on. Okay, what's meant to be going on, right, is that there is this script here. It's a score script. It appears to be just a generic mouse up script, which is to say that like it just should run this every time you click on something. And what this appears to, okay, my reading of this is that it first checks to see if it's a double click on something. If that's the case, then it will Oh yeah, okay. Gets the name of the sprite that it got clicked on, and then it checks specifically if it is, oh yeah, it checks specifically if we don't have the drum, and it checks that we're clicking on the bell of, oh, we can click on either the bell of gold, the koto, or the hui, and then it calls us use instrument SP, which is the internal thing. But CNAME doesn't equal dummy cast, then it just, okay, then it falls back to use goods, which is the shared cast handler, I believe. So this is tricky. So I guess the question is then, what is... So it's a score script. What is it attached to? Use goods. Oh, right, okay. Yep. Maybe. It could very well be that there is one of these mouse up scripts on... Yeah, one of these mouse up scripts in like every single... Yeah. I'm just speculating, but it could very well be that every single one of the movies for the places has their own kind of special magic handler for dealing with double clicks. And if that was the case, then perhaps just for this F-Tau, we've got like a special augmented version of that. So this code is just pretty much copy paste. Well, a variant of this code is copy pasted into each of the movie files. I guess a good place to start would be to check if... Well, we can do a breakpoint after a double click, and we can see where in the stack we end up. Ideally, we'd end up here, because it could very well be that like maybe we're in script 200, but all of this crap here isn't passing, in which case we get booted off to just normal use goods, because it looks like we're getting booted off to normal use goods, which would imply that... So actually we might be able to see if we scroll up a little bit where we are, because yeah, mouse up, this thing here. So let's use goods. Okay, right. Yeah, all right. That's good. It is checking for the bell of gold. Let's view both at the same time, shall we? So yeah, it checks if there's a double click. There is a double click. Then it jumps to... Yeah, well, it doesn't jump. It just goes forward. It then fetches the name of the sprite, which would be the Bell of Gold. Yep. It then checks to see if the type of sprite 7 is 0, which would be a bitmap. Then it checks gware to see that it is 4. Oh, yep, yep. So gware is 4, so it does a check, and it is equal. Huh. So wait, the first check failed. That can't be right. That can't be right. I thought that was type 16. Okay. Well, that's kind of problematic. Especially given, like, why is it 16? It shouldn't be 16 because, I vaguely recall that 0 is bitmap, and it should be a bitmap because we're talking about the little icon of the bell of gold. So I want to check the lingo manual. Type of sprite. Oh, okay. 0 is an inactive sprite. Okay. So instead of being an inactive sprite, it's misc. But undetermined. Okay. Well, that's a problem. I wonder if this is because... Oh, I see. Okay. Hold the phone. Sprite 7, not the little icon, the bell of gold. This would be, I'm guessing, the koto. This would be the drum, perhaps. It's basically checking to see if the channel that I believe that might be used for the koto is not on screen. I'd guess, something like that. But it is 16, which is, Lord only knows. Use cast type property to examine the type of cast member associated with the sprite. Well, I mean, that's good. That's useful. Maybe. Right. I mean, okay, this is good news. We know where the crash is now. Or, sorry, not the crash. We know where the deadlock is. So we'll see. Discovered. Find out why the sprite in score script 200 is busted. Okay, let's go back to basics. Let's go all the way back to basics. Let's go in the ScummVM. What was the... Okay, yeah. Alright, so going all the way back to basics. The type of sprite. In Lingo, properties are kind of like done in this sort of plain language English the sort of plain language English syntax, but on the back end it all translates into a bunch of you know, just a bunch of attributes, just like you would like a normal class. So one of them would be the type. Yeah, okay, so the sprite, the type, which maps in ScummVM to the sprite type field. So actually, let's sprite type. Tell me all the places that sprite type is set. Oh god, it's a lot. Okay. Hey though. In the constructor for a sprite, it's set inactive, so something is knocking it to 16 when it shouldn't be knocked to 16. Where are they defined? Oh, they're defined in types. Okay. So it's a cast member sprite. So something is setting it to be a cast member sprite. I really want to know what cast member gets put into slot number 7. Because we don't really know that right now. Okay, well, we know where the problem is in the script, and we know what the issue is, so we don't need script debugging mode anymore. We can go to loading. Which, unless I'm much mistaken, should tell us all the frame info. Yep, that's the guy. That's what we want. So, go into... Oh. Okay, no, I haven't missed it. That's all right. Sprite 7. Yeah, I think it means channel number. It's looking, I mean, as fun as it is to kind of just flick through hundreds and hundreds of frames, 7 looks empty. Hang on a sec. does it get? Yeah, right. It's getting it from the channel. Let's get the sprite. Going on a hunch. What if we put in a breakpoint for channel 7? See if anything, because this channel is going to be lingo controlled, I believe. So there might be something in here. Like basically, yeah, this method is used for kind of setting all the properties on a particular sprite. So if we were to put in a breakpoint here and break if it was channel 7, then we would be able to intercept any attempt to change the sprite in slot 7. Okay, so we'll just continue on. Too many things. Okay, we'll turn around. I think this is a movie load boundary. So we'll go 5 if ID equals 7. Would you look at that? It's trying to set something. What is it trying to set? It is trying to set whatever's in field. The number 12. How? Okay. You know what? I'm just gonna let the debugger tell me. One 561. The cursor. Oh, is sprite 7 the mouse cursor? Why? Oh no! Oh no! Okay. So the game script is kind of tied based on, like, it checks what picture the mouse cursor has. Why would you do that? No, that can't be right. Surely that can't be right. Ooh, different this time. It sets the type. It sets the type. It sets it to 0. So it's doing the right thing. Like, it's trying to do the right thing. Oops. That I didn't need. Yeah, because it starts off as a cast member stride. Then it gets marked as dirty. Okay, so that Makes sense. That makes sense. So it's setting setting it to null. This is just so nuts. Okay. And then it tries to set it as a cursor again. Which I'm no rocket scientist, but no, okay, that's still fine. It's still good. It's still good. Oh, true. We could also set a watch point on the sprite memory itself. But this seems to be doing okay. Yep, it's the cursor crap again. It has somehow turned into a cast member sprite, which is not what we wanted. Dang it. Making sense is probably like too strong a description, Mad Moose. I am very aware at how kind of rambly and deranged I must be sounding when I'm trying to kind of piece all these things together, but it kind of makes a sick amount of sense. Like okay, my gut feeling of what is going on, right? We have a script in the game which is responsible for checking to see if well, basically like every room in the game has a script to check to see what you clicked, right? In certain rooms, namely like this one which contains the drum, it's got a shim in here which does a special check to make sure that you are, if you were playing as Shah and you were double clicking the Bell of Gold and you haven't picked up the drum already, then it is meant to kick you to this special method here, which makes the drum appear, and then you can pick it up. What it does as well, which is just baffling, is it checks this particular sprite, which I think is the mouse cursor, to see if it is zeroed out. This is just, I don't know why you would do this. Like, this really, like, it's literally just checking to see if the cursor hasn't been set to anything. And I'm guessing that's like, in a way, it kind of makes sense, right? Because I'm pretty sure that you don't have a custom cursor when you're hovering over the inventory. You don't have a custom cursor when you're hovering. I get it. I think this is meant to be like an early kind of quick escape, just because the cursor does change if you're hovering out over on the playing field, right? When you're like hovering over like the hotspots to like move places and stuff, or click things up, then the mouse cursor changes. If you're just fooling around the inventory, the mouse cursor is just the normal Windows mouse cursor, which means there's no sprite for it. I think. So something is going very, very wrong. Because, yeah. Oh, hang on, no, I'm overthinking it. I think I'm overthinking it. Okay. No, there is actually like a piece of information that we're missing. There is an important piece of information that we're missing. So loading didn't help us, but we'll go back to printing all of the source code again, just because we can. So we'll get back to where we were. What we need to do is we need to see what code is messing around with Sprite 7. Start. Yep. Okay. So we'll put in our watch point again. That was in set the sprite. Yeah, okay. So 1485. Oh wait. No, not all the time. If id equals 7. Go up the stairs. That'll... Yep. Okay. What? Okay. So that's calling clear cursor. This is lending weight to the idea that sprite 7 is the cursor. Let's just go up the stairs. We move forward. That's going to clear the cursor again because we're going to get back into I'll go clear SP. Yep, that clears the cursor. This appears to be the same. Yep, okay, that calls clear cursor. Oops. Yeah, clear cursor. God, it calls clear cursor a whole bunch. Plays a drum. But here's what I don't get, right? Cursor hasn't changed. Sprite 7 should be empty. So something is going back and overriding it. Alright, we need the big guns. We need the big guns. We need to use a watch point, I think. So we'll just sneak off here. Okay. What are we doing? So we have channel 7 here. This is static, which means we can set a watch point on it. If only with that simple, Mad Moose. If only with that simple. I mean, basically, like in script debugging mode, any printfs will just get lost. Like they just slide off the screen within seconds. So we got to do it properly. We've got to use watch points. I am looking for the type. That is what I'm looking for. Was it the type? Sprite type. This sprite type. There is no member named sprite type. Oh, because the sprite is something different compared to the channel. Okay. Tell me more about the sprite. Is it there? Yes, it is. Okay. What is going on here? This looks like, oh, okay, this is garbage. This is just like random ass memory. Okay. So sprite is actually set later on in the piece. Yeah, okay, so it's channel sprite. Okay, I see. The question is, does this change? Does this change over time? It does not. Okay. Okay. All right. This, I believe, is the address of where the sprite type is. My mind always goes blank when I try and remember how to use watch points. Watch this? Is this enough? No, it's not. No, of course not. I'm sure there's probably like a straightforward way of doing this, but you can't, well, you can't do that because this is a dynamic expression, which is not allowed. What you can do is you can do this. You can copy paste the raw address. You absolutely can watch. You absolutely can. I give up. I'm gonna look it up. GDB. Watch point GDB. You'd think it would be that easy. Come on. Come on. I think that worked. I think that worked. We'll find out soon enough when this entire thing crashes. But... Okay. Oh, did I went too fast, didn't I? Set sprite. Okay, it is working. So that sets it to, yeah, that sets it to 0, which is good. That's exactly what we want. The sprite is still the same. Huh. Wait, is it the same? It's not. It's different. Oh. No, it's the same. I just got the offset wrong. Yeah, alright. So, continue. Alright. So we turn it around. It got set to an inactive, which is what we want. Then Puppet Sprite sets it to a cast member. Okay. This is it. This is the bug. This guy right here. Now, I'm pretty sure that if we look up Puppet Sprite in the lingo manual, yeah, this command controls whether the sprite is specified which sprite is a puppet. When a sprite is puppet, any sprite property can be controlled by lingo instead of the score. For example, lingo can switch the cast member side to a sprite or turn on and off whether the sprite is movable. Now, right. Sprite.cpp94. So like the short version, all this is doing is turning off like puppet mode on a sprite. And for some reason it is reverting it back to being a cast member when it is not. This is a bug. This should not be happening. Okay, so it's doing a copy constructor. It's doing a copy constructor from someplace else. Where is it coming from? Replace sprite. That's in channel.cpp. wasn't channel.cpp. It was 511. Okay. Update the sprite we stored in the channel and point the original sprite to the new one. Release the widget because we may be having the new one. Where is it getting the... Okay, and it's getting the new sprite from... there. Alright, it's getting it from next sprite. So it's the next level up. Okay, so maybe it's in Puppet Sprite. And I have it open already. Uh, 2395. Wait, did I go to... Oh, built-ins, not the built-ins. If a frame update is queued, update the sprite to the sprite in the new frame before starting a puppet. Okay, so this is a bodge for something else. A bodge for something else which doesn't really work. This is kind of dodgy. Now, I know how I can we can add another bodge. We could add another bodge, right? So like what's happening is that we're taking whatever sprite is, so we go into the next frame, we're taking whatever sprite is in there, and we are jamming it into the current sprite channel. The current sprite channel, which we've already overridden to contain something else. Like we've already used lingo to say, no, there's nothing in that. Whereas with here, we are now doing this kind of bodgy workaround. What we could do is we could add another bodge, which would be to change the sprite in this channel to copy this this sprite type. Wouldn't be nice, wouldn't be big, wouldn't be clever, but I mean it is what happens in the original director. Can't deny that. And all right. How about we just carefully snip around this? We do like the smallest possible. How about we check to see if it's inactive? And if it's inactive, we retain that. Because this is really kind of like a special signifier. Because, yeah, if it's a sprite in a different channel, like, you probably want to keep the type. Unless it's this. And I'm only saying that because it's a bodge. Like, if it was not a bodge, then we would not mess around with it. Okay, so... is inactive. Okay. What was the type? Inactive sprite. Yes, you. Okay. Yeah, alright, we'll say scripts can set sprite to, and this state is expected to be retained. Okay, so that's our nice little kind of forensic. We're not gonna always clobber the sprite type, we're only gonna do if it's in the case of an inactive one. And that seems like it would be, yeah, it seems like it would be an exemplary enough case that it would make sense to do it that way. The real question though is, will it work? And that we're going to find out now. We'll do it with no debug, just so we don't get a headache. Come on. Oh, come on. Sucks. Alright. Well, that didn't work. I guess we need to be sneakier than that. Alright. Back to where we were. Back to... It was hubris, really. It was hubris turning off debug on the expectation that it would work. Okay, we'll add our breakpoint again. We'll go back to where we were in here. One four nine two. Oh wait, no, we don't want to do that. Not yet, at least. The game you're about to start is not yet fully supported by... Yes, come on. Okay. Right, we're here. Enable 1. I got it wrong, sorry. If ID equals 7. That is it. That is the... Okay. Oh yeah, okay, we should put a watch point. What's the pointer to this? That thing. Okay. Yep. All right, that's working as expected. It is zeroing out the... It's turning from a cast member into an active, which is what we want. But then it's changing it back, which is what we don't want. And specifically, it's what we hacked around in... What the... Is that where we changed it? No, we changed it in Puppet Sprite. Okay. No. No, we've made a okay. Perhaps the mistake is actually this. Perhaps this shouldn't be a cast member sprite by default. Perhaps this should be an active by default. Because it would seem that an empty channel has a sprite type of 0 instead of a sprite type of 16. That's something we can test in Director, because we've got Director right here. Okay. So we'll put it in a button. Check the thing. And then we'll put a script on that button. And we'll go put the type of sprite 2. Actually, no, put the type of sprite 1 and put the type of sprite 2. Put is basically the director way of saying print. So we're just asking for it to tell us the type of something that we do know, namely the button, which is in sprite 1. It should tell us the button type ID. And sprite 2, which is completely empty. And that should be... Well, we assume that it's not. We assume that it's 16, but in actual fact, it might be 0, which is a problem. So we're going to compile all the scripts. Oh, wait. Did I make a mistake? Set cursors. Oh, God. All right. No. Change plans. I'm going to quit director so we don't have the shared cast. And reopen it. Okay. Once more. Do a thing. Hit that. Add a script. In that script, you should do all that stuff. Okay, then we're going to recompile all the scripts. Then we're going to play. Oh, and we're going to open the message window so we can see the print output. Do a thing. We have it. We have our problem. Okay. So what this means is the workaround to the workaround we did here is actually wrong. Well, we don't need it. Like, it's just superfluous. What we really should be doing is making empty sprites inactive by default. Now this change might be a little messier because I'm pretty sure that would mean that every time we change stuff in sprite, well, every time we modify a sprite, we would then have to go out of our way to make it better. So wait, yeah, K inactive sprite. Oh, right, no, it's, so this is correct. I'm guessing what's happening is that we're loading the sprites from the score. And the score is defaulting it to cast sprite type. Type sprite. Cast member sprite. Okay. Tell me more about 46. Is it line 464? Set cast. Okay. Bear with me, just trying to remember how we check to see if it's a empty cast member or a 0 cast member. Let us cheat and use the... No, don't go back to MediaBand. We're done with MediaBand for one night. No more MediaBand. You can't make me. We're gonna go back into here. We're going to throw in breakpoint on here. Just to jog my memory. Oh, wait. Okay, we're still in the same movie, I guess. Start again. Oh, it broke. It broke at the break point. Breakpoint. Gosh. Member ID. Alright. Yep. So like this classic example where it should not be setting it to that. It should be setting it to the null set. Oh, do we just compare it against like an empty cast member? Oh, we could probably just do that. Oh, we just check against 0, 0. I think that'll work. Oh, and we're not in Python. What was the pity? It is indeed a 0 Mad Moose. The question is, how do we normally kind of compare for 0? Yeah, we just use the equality operator. At least that's what I'm going to do. Because why not? Did this fix it? That's the question. This, in theory, this should be it. I have a really good feeling about this. Yep. Open the game, go to the drums, go to the drums, go to the drums, go to the drums. Yes! Alright. We got it. It's happening. We're gonna get the drum. Oh, shush. Come on. Return to Yuan with the 4 musical instruments? No, we're done. We're done for today. Alright. I'm going to quickly commit this before I forget. Only set cast members right when only use cast members right when cast member exists. The default sprite type in director is K, whatever the hell it was. K and active sprite. channel in directories. Instead of fixes fixes being all right. Just double check my working there. Don't want to commit to history the wrong type name. That'd just be embarrassing. Okay, an active sprite is correct. Oh, all right. I think that might actually be like a good kind of wind up point for the night. Mad Moose says, "Congratulations. Hope you didn't break too many other director games." You're probably right. I probably have broken at least 5 other things, but that's, you know, that's life. Director, there's, well, I mean, on our detection database, we have 1.3 thousand games or titles. So maybe something broke, maybe something didn't. Who can say? Who can say if anything is broken or not? Fixed. Yeah, I'm very happy with the progress that we made tonight. We fixed 2 really, really difficult bugs, comparatively speaking. So yes, I think I might take my leave now. I just remembered dinner is a thing. I should probably eat that. Thanks so much, everyone, for kind of stopping by and watching me, I don't know, face my descent into madness when I had to find. Oh my god, I can't believe how difficult it was to find that that jam session thing in MediaBand. But the good news is we fixed the bug, and now I never have to view MediaBand again. Hopefully. So anyway, thanks everyone for tuning in. Is there anyone online? Oh yeah, Jessica Mack's online. Okay, I'm gonna kick you over to Jessica Mack. Thanks again, everybody. I'll see you next stream.